Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, where titles are won, legends are made, and fields are named after them. Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium, home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, taking on a team from the ACC, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. They're going to try an onside kick on the opening kickoff. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
Great job there by the receiving team, right? You got your opponent here on the road. You're not caught off guard on the opening kick of the game. You're able to fall on it, and now your offense has the ball in great field position. You have got to make them pay for that gamble.
A great spot to start this drive for the offense. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he breaks into the open. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal.
This guy just gives you nightmares. He's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback doing that to your defense.
Pushes ahead for 2 to the 7-yard line. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama! Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. They'll start this drive with a pass. And just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one. Guys, in basketball through the years, we've seen the Big Ten ACC Challenge, and it'll be fun to watch this one on the football field.
I think this is going to be a real test of physicality. I know these are two conferences that pride themselves on that, going out and establishing the line of scrimmage. So, David, interesting X's and O's matchup here in this one.
Yeah, and it's always cool to have those measuring stick opponents. Like, once we start getting deeper in the season and start having the comparison game, well, you have a matchup, a big matchup of a Big Ten school versus...
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Makes the grab on the left side. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets him 30-plus. And the Yellow Jackets getting set on 1st and 10. He'll just keep slinging it. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Coming after him. He's moving out of the pocket. He'll try to do it himself. Nice job of avoiding the sack and picking up a few on the run.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a 1st down. These fans trying to be like a 12th man on defense and help them get a stop. They'll try to get it in with the run. Snowed under after a pickup of 2. They'll mark it at the 8. These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Zings it complete to the right. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets!
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And the extra point is good. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Pierre. Smashes through the tackle. Makes a move. Got a little room. He's going to get loose. He will score. Touchdown tie. Well, maybe they thought if they kicked it into the end zone that he wouldn't dare bring it back. Instead, he just dared them to tackle him, and nobody could. What an explosive return.
Yeah, and those guys got so much speed, they ain't scared. And you could tell, takes it out, good blocking, give them a little crease, and you could see the speed. You don't put slow guys back deep. You don't see Jesse Palmer returning kicks. No, no, no. You see the fast guys. You see an open space, and boom, easy going.
They're lining up to kick it off, full of momentum after housing that last kickoff. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
To the air. It's Levis. Looking to buy time. He felt the heat, trying to get away, but down he goes. He'll lose a yard or 2.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Takes a hit as he fires. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Yellow Jackets will line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He only needs a sliver of daylight. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
The give. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Alabama pushing the tempo. They'll try to run for it. Makes a man miss. What a nifty run there to pick up the 1st down.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the 1st down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. To the ground with the back. He's just outside the 20-yard line, stopped at the 21 after a pickup of 6.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get 1st downs, and ultimately get some points.
They'll leave it with him. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. They've got a ways to go on 3rd down from the 24 as this defense tries to force him into a field goal try. Leaves it with the running back. Just buried it. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. This would likely be a chip shot for the field goal kicker, but they want the touchdown instead. They'll go for it on 4th down. Quarterback checking off. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Finds him out of the backfield. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the 1st down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now a fresh set of downs.
A 1st down run on the doorstep. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time the defense called it at the perfect time. The linebacker able to make the stop on a short gain.
And from the offense's perspective, that's probably making a little something out of nothing. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. And he's knocked down.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
The end of the 1st quarter. With the score, Alabama 14, Georgia Tech 7.
Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. He'll do it himself. Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
Second quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too, and you're essentially running a 2-point play here, right? You've got a play you've practiced all week long. That's the play you dial up right here.
This defense trying to stand tall on 4th and goal from the 2. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. They'll go with a direct snap. He's stuffed, knocked down behind the line of scrimmage on 4th and goal, and they'll have it at the 3.
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
He hits that hole. It opened up for him as he gets 6 and all the way out to the 9-yard line.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Back to throw, it's Levis. Floats it out in space. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Bounced right back to them. They're a couple of yards short of the 1st down, but the offense will stay out there on 4th down. Try to get it on the ground. And the Yellow Jackets will keep this drive going.
You talk about setting the tone. Going for that in your own territory early in the game? Oof.
Well, let's decide, gutsy or crazy?
Both?
They'll throw it on 1st down. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up.
You hear about shot plays all the time. Offensive coordinators love to take deep shots down the field. They plan them. They plan when they're going to do them. And I bet you we'll plan to see a few more throughout this game.
On the run, still looking. Open space at the 25. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
Man, that used to just drive me nuts. I couldn't stand that. The quarterback drops back to pass, scrambles around. You got me chasing you all over the field, getting close to the sideline. Stay in bounds. Please stay in bounds. Let me get a little bit of a reward for all my running so I can just put some kind of hit on you. Nope. Steps out of bounds.
And a nice pickup on the line and gets down to avoid contact.
He can throw it. He can buy time. He can run it. What can't he do? This guy's so talented. When he does stuff like this, there's no way to stop it. There's no way to coach a defense up against this. He's just really fast, and I can't catch him.
They'll give it to the back. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on 1st down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. He's going for the big play. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Hey, listen, the quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trust in your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
And they bring him down, but did you see this freshman rifle that thing in there? The Yellow Jackets will snap it on 1st and 10. He'll keep it himself. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Anytime you play this offense, the challenge is stopping this quarterback from running the ball. We've already seen in this game, he's been able to break off a few runs and do some nice things. That time, though, the defense had his number and tackled him for a loss.
Reacted well to the tip, but just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd down, going up top. Shoots it to the left. He's got it. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. They're throwing for it on fourth down. Going for it all. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a fourth down stop.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
Here comes that Alabama offense. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. And here comes the offense on second down. Back to throw, it's Hayden. Trying to get to him. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Bought a little time, lets it go. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
They go to the ground. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow in 2nd and 7.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up, you can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running game.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Dances away from the heat. He'll throw one to his right. And he's got it inside the 20. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. The give to the back. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They'll run it from the gun. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
After starting the season 0-1, this offense felt like they just left plays on the field in that first game. But so far today, they're taking advantage. QB's making good decisions. Guys are stepping up. They've limited the mental mistakes. They haven't turned the football over. It's a different-looking offense here in Game 2.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. Coming out with it, it's Amatova. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Tamatova. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one, put your best plays together, start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high rate.
And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
And the Yellow Jackets have a first down.
Yeah, and no nonsense. I like it when you get downhill. You know exactly where the sticks are. I'm not trying to get a 20 or 30-yard gain. I got to get that first down. 3rd and 2, I'm going to be physical. Nice job by that running back.
They'll throw it on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. The Yellow Jackets are moving quickly down the field. They're going to run it. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
The give to the back. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
They'll go to the ground. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. Trying to surprise him with the pass. Here he goes breaking the pocket. And that defensive penetration gave him no chance, and he is ridden out of bounds. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
And that decision will be questioned for a while.
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
From the gun, running back on the move. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride, and they want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. They'll ride the hot hand. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking downfield, it's Hayden using his legs to buy some time. He fires it out to the right. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down. It is a valuable tool to have a quarterback that can extend a play like that. But sometimes you're smart to be check down Charlie and just take something easy and not invite disaster.
Because when you roll out, you're rolling out, you're cutting the field in half, right? The defense starts to run from one side to where you're rolling out to. The field kind of shrinks, and it kind of becomes a little bit of backyard ball, and you could tell he forced that one in there. Didn't get the interception, thank goodness, but it wasn't a great decision.
Alabama quickly back to the line.
Offense facing fourth down.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. A shot toward the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Bama!
Well, this offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive of the third quarter, march it down the field, and score. There is no end in sight for these guys.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Iowa State needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with that crowd there in Ames behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. They're trailing by 10 to Iowa. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Looking to pass. It's Levis. Makes his connection. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
He'll get rid of it. Pass on the way. It's picked off. At the 40, there he goes. Got room on the return. No one there to stop him, except the fella in the striped shirt who threw the penalty flag. This one might be coming back. So take the touchdown off the board. What a devastating penalty. Pass interference, waving off the pick six. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Flushed out of the pocket. He throws into the middle of the field. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake. Hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
Going up top on first down. Lets it fly. And wings it incomplete. They'll line up for a second down play. Leaves it with the back. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical, they wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
Facing a third down and short from the 26. Wide receiver shows motion. Here's the handoff. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge game? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets to first down.
How about the play by the speed back. You think about speed, you think about breaking ankles. He broke the tackle because he's so fast, moving so fast, hard to get the guy on the ground.
This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. They've got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. He's going to let it go. He caught it. Touchdown, Alabama! And the pummeling has started.
And this offense looking more and more like themselves. This is what we're accustomed to seeing. Last week, more of a blip, right? 0-1 to start the season. Kind of had some bad vibes, some bad mojo. Bounced right back, putting up a ton of points. And this one is all but over. 1-1 is here for this team.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Tamatova. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Dropping back, it's Levis. Throws to the wideout. A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. He'll come out throwing on first down. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And with the pressure on him, the quarterback goes down, and we've played 3 quarters here.
Georgia Tech, 7.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. Using his feet to buy time. He's going to run it. Still running at the 40. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a first down. And the Yellow Jackets in the hurry-up. He's going to pass. Hit as he throws. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He's going to pass on second down. Fires left. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit. The Yellow Jackets will snap it on 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a space. Lets it fly deep downfield. And good hands there by the defense on that shot to the end zone.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first.
And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia Tech.
Yeah, and listen, that is awesome to see the guys continue to fight, continue to keep competing, because this game is over. Like, we don't need to fool y'all. We're not trying to get y'all to stick around and improve ratings. Like, the game's over, but you're continuing to fight. You powered in for the touchdown, and show your kids that we're going to always fight no matter what the score is.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Number 60, set to kick this one away.
From inside the 15, here's the return. Gets it all the way out to the 42. What a nice job on that return. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller, too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
Trying play action. Keeps looking downfield. He makes a catch. All kinds of running room. Touchdown Tide. And the route is on.
Nice job on the route and catch by the tight end scoring that touchdown. And it doesn't matter what play this offense calls. All game long, everything has been working. This has been a master class in offensive productivity.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you, Paul.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
He's got his man. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. New set of downs after that completion. Looking to throw, it's Levis. Unleashes one deep. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets.
Georgia Tech.
Yeah, nice pitch, nice catch, and listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like, we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to, and this offense is struggling. You're down by 1,000, but I like that they continue to fight.
The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. Here comes that Alabama offense. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Paul. They've done what they want in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Flushed out of the pocket. They almost got a first down there. Stopped a yard short. It'll be 3rd down.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, The guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the first down. Touchdown, Crimson Tide! And the beatdown has ensued.
And this offense has had a good day, and more importantly, this team responded from last week. 0-1, didn't look good to start the season, bouncing back, getting a convincing victory. Nice job by this team handling adversity early in the season.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Iowa State needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with that crowd there in Ames behind them, I'm kind of banking on a couple. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Iowa. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. They're bringing heat. Trying to escape and get it himself. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
It's so hard to defend these guys. You know, it's 1st and 10. Everything's available to you. You don't know if it's run or pass, and then you add in the scrambling element with the quarterback. He does a great job.
Going for the big play. Makes the catch at the 20. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. Ready to try the point after. Bangs it through for an extra point. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. Maybe feeling a little better about things. Still a 21-point game as they're set to kick it off. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game, well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
Completion a little short of the sticks. It's 2nd down. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
It's got to be tough right now on defense. You need to find a way to get a stop, and you haven't been able to do that in the 4th quarter. You've been giving up points. You just gave up a touchdown in the last drive. You need a turnover. You need to do something right now to stop this momentum.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, keep the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they built this lead. They've had a great day today.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Wide out in motion. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. To the air, it's Hayden. Getting some heat. Going to try to get it himself. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Handoff to the single back. Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Defense couldn't quite hold its water, and it'll be 5 free yards for the Oaks. First down and 5 after the penalty. Use the play fake. Now to throw. It's complete to the left. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Trying to cap this drive with a pass. Buys a little time. On the move, he fires. Throws toward the end zone, picked off right at the goal line. And he is brought to the ground, and that's how we'll wrap this one up. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics,